Good afternoon, everyone. It's Sal Stretford. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's had a fantastic day so far, guys. It is Monday afternoon. It is the 2nd of December. Guys, listen, we're getting a little bit close to Arsenal versus Manchester United, ain't we? It's getting a little bit treacherous, isn't it? We're getting a little bit nervous. We're getting a little bit fidgety because we got Arsenal, of course. And there's lots of, suggestions and opinions going around that game and what we should do, of course, guys. You know what? Arsenal in fantastic form. Man United need to find a way to stop them from playing their football. If anyone can, Ruben Amorim can. Just like Ruben Amorim destroyed Manchester City when everyone thought that Man City will beat Sporting Lisbon, Ruben Amorim absolutely swept the floor of them. I think Ruben Amorim is an absolute tactical genius, in my opinion. And I feel like we will have more of a chance now with Ruben Amorim to win that game or even at least get a draw, because I can't see us lose. Guys, I know I might seem a little bit giddy. I might seem a little bit overzealous, but I can't see us losing. I really can't, because you know what? I just feel like we got the vibe. We got the vibe, guys. We got the poison. You know what I mean? We got everything going for us at the moment. So I would say that Man United could have a chance of doing something in that game, of course, guys. Guys, please, before I start properly, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video. If you could do that possibly for me, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Good afternoon, Asif. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Really good to see you. Now, let's dive straight into it, guys, shall we? Real Madrid are interested in Diego Dalot. Now, you know what usually happens, don't you? Whenever Real Madrid come calling for a Portuguese player who plays for Manchester United, generally the Portuguese player head turns. You know, it's always a Latin player's dream to play for Real Madrid. It's always the pinnacle of what they want to do, of course. Now, look, Dalot hasn't been fantastic this season. By all means, he hasn't been brilliant. But one thing I would say is that would we sell him to Real Madrid? You know, I mean, for me, look, I don't know. What would you guys do? I mean, if Real Madrid come calling, if they offer a substantial amount of money for Dalot, would you do the deal? Would you do that? I mean, for me, look, you know what? If he wants to go, let him go. That is the bottom line with me. If he wants to go to Real Madrid, let him go to Real Madrid. Don't stand in his way. It's not like he's, Cristiano Ronaldo with whom we can replace his position, of course, guys. Now, this season, he's been flattered to deceive for whatever reason it is. He's played left back, he's played right back, wherever he's been playing, he's been flattering to deceive, to be honest with you. So, you know what? That is a very, very interesting story, of course. Real Madrid's interest in Trent Alexander-Arnold has eased. So now they're looking at alternatives to Trent and could turn to Diego Dalot. So, you know what? That's the last thing we need in regards to noises around the football club. We don't need any speculation around the football club going on at the moment, because, you know what? We've got a very, very important few weeks coming up. We don't want players' heads turned. We don't want anything playing on their mind. For example, do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Big up, Asif. How about the rumours of Dalot to Madrid? Yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Absolutely, guys. Greetings, Sal. How are you? Love this new surroundings. Big up, Jim. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you. Hope you're good today, guys. Good afternoon, Pearl. What a great journey we have been on since Amorim arrived. We've seen growth, seen lots of rotation. Expect the unexpected. Do you know what? This is one great thing about Ruben Amorim going forward, is that he is a very, very, unexpected manager. He does things that you don't expect, and he will change the formation against Arsenal, and we'll be like scratching our heads to think, I didn't think of that. How did I think of that? Is Ruben Amorim? He's a genius. What's he doing? Do you know what I mean? And that is probably what he will do. Of course, we have got Martinez and Mainu out for the game against Arsenal, which is a bit of a blow to Man United. But Man United do have Ugarte, do have Luke Shaw to slot into those positions. So hopefully we should be okay. We've also got Maguire, of course. So hopefully we should be okay, guys. My day was great, Jim. Thank you very much. Thank you for asking, you legend. Thank you very much. How was your family? How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is cool. Hope you're good, mate. What you been up to today? I will not let Dalot go unless he wants to go. He was the best in our bad season. His form is not good at the moment, but he will turn the tables around. I trust the lad. I trust him as well, Asif. But yeah, exactly what you said there. If he wants to go, I don't think we should stand in his way, because at the end of the day, you know, Real Madrid is a dream for a lot of players. You know, I think Man United are the biggest club in the world, regardless what Real Madrid are, how many trophies they won, whatnot. I think Man United are the biggest club in the world, and you know what? Everyone's pinnacle should be Manchester United. But then again, I am biased, isn't it? A lot of those players, you know what? When they hear about Real Madrid, they're like, "Oh wow, Real Madrid! I can go to Real Madrid. I can do this. I can do that." You know what I mean? My one bone about I will pick about Real Madrid is that, if you sign for Real Madrid, there's no way you're going to make history. Why not, Sal? I hear you ask. You're not going to make history because basically Real Madrid have done it, seen it, worn the T-shirt, bought the mug, everything. They've done it. You know what I mean? You're not going to make history at Real Madrid. You win a Champions League. They won that 15 times, so who cares? You know, you're not going to make history at Real Madrid. You know what I mean? They won the league titles. They won trebles. They won everything you can name. You know, they've won. So there's nothing you can achieve at Real Madrid that hasn't already been achieved. As for Man United have got a lot to achieve. There's a lot of history still to be made. And whoever brings Manchester United back to where they're supposed to be, which is challenge for the league title, challenge for the Champions League, they're going to be deemed as heroes. They're going to be legends. If Ruben Amorim wins us a title, I'm sorry, but this is going to be one of our greatest ever achievements, because the where we have come from, where we are, you know what I mean, to come up and win a championship would be probably up there as a lot of things that we've ever achieved in the history of Manchester United Football Club. Yes, you know what? We are Manchester United. We are the biggest club in the world. We should be winning these trophies. We should be aiming and striving to win the Champions League, the Championship, etc. But where we are right now and the problems that we've had, you know, we have been through the mud this last 11 years. And whoever changes our fortunes and puts us back on the map, you know what I mean? That guy is a genius. That guy is going to be deemed a legend, because you know what? Some of us were close to giving up. I know some people will say, no, you know what? I'm going to throw away my jersey. Never me. Never me. It's never going to happen with me. But these things can happen, of course. You know what I mean? With people, they're fair weather fans, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a fair weather fan, so I'll go through the trenches for my football club. Do you know what I mean? So definitely, you know what? Whoever wins the title with Man United, whoever brings Man United back to the promised land where we're supposed to be, will be deemed a legend at Man United. Absolutely. Our left wing back will face Saka. Yes, very difficult game. Who would you play there, GK? I would go after Mazraoui. I would play Mazraoui in that left wing back position, in my opinion. Absolutely. This Euro time, Sal, hope he plays against Arsenal. Is he? I mean, he's not match fit, is he, Asif? So I don't think he's going to throw him in the deep end against Arsenal. It's going to be a difficult game to put Euro straight into the team. He's going to have to be nurtured into the team because he hasn't played for months and months, let alone competitive football. So match fitness is a very important thing going forward in regards to football. I would love Euro to play, of course, because we need Luke Shaw on that left side, of course. But you know what? At the moment, I think he could be on the bench. Let's not forget, he could be on the bench. We hope so, of course. We will beat Arsenal. I hope so, Jim. I love your positivity, bro. I love your positivity. Do you think Ahmed will start against Arsenal because he played a full 9 minutes against Everton? Yes, absolutely, Paul played. Absolutely, Paul. He will start. He's becoming one of our most important players, of course. You know, he's absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we all knew he was going to be a great player. We knew that Ahmed was going to be that guy, isn't it? You know what I mean? We knew it. I mean, we've been watching him for a long time. Before he even signed for Atalanta, he was deemed a fantastic player. That's why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, thank you, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, for getting Ahmed from Atalanta, of course. He's now turning into a great player. Ruben Amorim did say he's a little bit small. He said it in tongue-in-cheek, though, in jest. He did say he's a little bit small, but he's got lots of talent, a huge amount of talent, of course, guys. Jim, we will beat Man City to win the FA Cup and slightly weaker squad. We will beat Arsenal. Cautiously confident. Love it, Jim. Love it. I absolutely love it. I'm cautiously confident as well. You know what? The games are coming thick and fast. Man United are playing on Wednesday, of course, guys. It is Thursday for me because the game kicks off at 12:15 midnight where I am. But you know what? Where you guys are in the UK, it kicks off, of course, at 8:15, I believe it is. It's at 8:15 it kicks off. So, do you know what? It's coming thick and fast. You don't get a chance to breathe in the Premier League. Straight away, it's the next game. It's the next game. It's the next game, of course. As if Real Madrid is the peak, and no one denies that. But like you said, if you want to be part of history, then this is the best place to be a legend. We respect our legends. Absolutely. And Real Madrid have got too many of them. Real Madrid are the sort of team to boo Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is what they did, didn't they? They booed Cristiano Ronaldo, didn't they? You know what I mean? They don't really care about the legends like we care about our legends. We build statues for our legends. By the way, should Cristiano Ronaldo get a statue at Man United? Should he get a statue at Man United? There's lots of players that should have a statue at Man United, by the way. I just wanted to bring that in. Which players would you have? I mean, Cantona should definitely have a statue at Man United, shouldn't he? There's a number of players there that should have a Man United statue. I just want to bring that in because you know what? We don't really have many statues, do we? We have the Trinity stand, we have Alex Ferguson, Matt Busby, of course, but we don't really have many statues of our players, of course, guys. Of course. Asif, Ole had an eye for quality. He bought Ahmad. He also suggested Haaland, but United did not. Yeah, absolutely, Asif. And one thing about Haaland, he actually went to Carrington. He actually was shown around Carrington. For whatever reason, Man United didn't do the deal. Crazy, isn't it, when you think about it? You know, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does have an eye for talent. Definitely has an eye for talent. You know, the only problem is he's such a nice guy in regards to his management style that, you know, you need to be ruthless in football. And obviously you need a balance. You can't be a complete and horrible person. But at the end of the day, you know what? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a great person, and it probably led to his downfall, didn't it? Because a lot of those players threw him under the bus. Do you know what I mean? So I would say is that, you know, with Ruben Amorim, I feel like he's got a mixture of everything. He's a nice guy. He's ruthless. He's tactically astute. You know what I mean? He's that sort of kind of guy who can adjust to everyone's personality. You know, Alex Ferguson used to do it. Alex Ferguson used to do it naturally. He used to adjust to players' personalities, etc., etc. Now, when we go on to Ahmed, as we're talking about Ahmed is very close to signing a new contract at Manchester United. Of course, Ahmed's contract runs out in 2025 at the end of the season, so we're going to have to be very careful that no one else snaps him up. So we have to get that contract ready for Ahmed quickly, ASAP. I'm surprised he hasn't signed a new contract. I'm surprised his contract is running out in 2025, but his wages could rise significantly as he signs a new contract for Manchester United, which could last to up to 2028. So happy that we are thinking about Ahmed now. We need to give him a contract. Of course, we should have done that a long time ago, but really happy that Ahmed will be signing a new contract at Man United. He does deserve it. He's been absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to bring him, you know, can't wait to develop at Man United under Ruben Amorim's stewardship, of course. The way he's fitted into that left wing back, that right wing back position, the way he's fitted into that position is absolutely phenomenal. When you think about, you know, he's never played there really, has he? And then he comes into the team and he just slotted into that position. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? The way he is, he's an absolute gem of a player, and we're very, very lucky to have a player like that who gives his all. You know, which should be a given at Man United, of course. A player that gives his all, of course, guys. Now, Manchester United are still interested in a left-back, of course, and one player that they've been interested in for a long time is Milos Kerkez. Milos Kerkez, of course, plays for Bournemouth. The Bournemouth left-back targets Manchester United. Has been a target for Manchester United for quite a while now. Fabrizio Romano has revealed the 21-year-old has been a revelation on the South Coast since he joined the club in the summer from AZ Alkmaar. Liverpool have also been linked with Kerkez in recent months, who scored his Premier League goal in Bournemouth's 4-2 win over Wolves a week ago. So basically, Kerkez is on Manchester United's radar. He's only 21, guys. So you know what? A very, very promising player. Premier League experience, of course. Man United are very interested in him. What do you think about Kerkez? Would you be your first choice left wing back? He does slot very well into that Ruben Amorim system, doesn't he? I think he slots perfectly into that system, of course. Now, look, there's a number of left-back Man United are going to be interested in. Alphonso Davies, we're going to be interested in, of course. There's Fernandez, Alvaro Fernandez, we're going to be interested in, of course. There's going to be a number of players there that Man United are going to be trying to get January. The one thing about Kerkez is that we are interested in signing him in January. We're interested in getting a left-back in January, and Kerkez is that guy. Now, would Kerkez come to Manchester United? Yes, he would come to Manchester United because Manchester United are a far bigger club than Bournemouth. No disrespect to Bournemouth. And I feel like he would do very well at Man United under Ruben Amorim. Now, we're going to have to wait and see. Of course, there's talk about Giovanni Quenda. Obviously worked under Ruben Amorim, but Giovanni Quenda won't happen till the summer. Man United want a left back right now. They feel like they're very short in that position. And what did I say over the last few months before the season started? We need a goddamn left back. And you know what? Lo and behold, we're getting a left back, of course, guys. And we're interested in a left back anyway. We have to stop Manchester City, Liverpool, who are after Kerkez. We have to stop them before they make their move because Man United you know what, should be moving quicker in the transfer market. For example, signing Ahmed up to a new contract should have been done a long time ago. But it looks like we are changing in regards to a football club. We are getting things sorted out, of course, guys. Now, as the thumbnail says, what would I do against Arsenal? How would we win the game against Arsenal? Now, look, the way we win the game against Arsenal, I feel we have to play a double pivot. I feel like Ugarte and Casemiro should play in that double pivot and keep it tight in that midfield. Now that Mainu is out, suspended, I mean, I would bring in the double pivot. I would bring in Ugarte and Casemiro to soar up that midfield, keep an eye on Odegaard. And you know what? When the chance comes, we attack Arsenal and take our chances and capitalize on any errors that they made. Arsenal are going to be smelling blood. Arsenal are going to play in a compact defensive unit. They're going to try and pick us off bit by bit, but we have to be ready for that game, of course. And we have to show them respect. Of course, we're going to show them respect. It's Arsenal at the end of the day, one of the biggest games in English football calendar. Of course, if not the biggest game in English football calendar, when you think about rivalry over the 20 years, of course. It will always be Liverpool, Man United. We know that. It's going to be Liverpool, Man United. This is the biggest biggest game in English football, of course, due to success. But when you think about a proper rivalry in a Premier League era, between two teams that went head-to-head, it's Man United against Arsenal. And I don't like Arsenal. I don't, because of that rivalry. It is more to do with the fans than the football club. I do have respect for the football club. I don't mind the football club, but you know what? That rivalry there with the fans is a little bit much for me. I'm not a big fan of their fans, to be honest with you. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Jim, Sal, the mindset I have is like when you train a boxer, you don't train them going into a match thinking they will lose. You train them with the winning mentality to go out there, win, and need to help. Absolutely, Jim. And this is one thing I've been saying, like, maybe you don't believe. Maybe we don't believe we can do certain things. But the mindset I have is like Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's exactly what Jim is saying here. You know, you may not believe deep down that you can do something, you can achieve something. But one thing you do is try and you hope. You try and you hope. If it is possible, humanly possible, you try and you hope. And that is how Man United always go into games, into tournaments, into league title races. They try and they hope. And that is how it should always be. You should never give up before you've even stepped foot on the pitch. And that's what I would say in regards to that. That's what I would say. Never give up. Never and always believe that something is possible, because it is possible. Won a treble, for goodness sake. I witnessed Man United winning the treble. From the grasps of losing the final against Bayern Munich, we won a treble. You know, and what happened in that season, well, I will never forget the rest of my life. The way things just turned for us, not only against Juventus, not only against Liverpool in the Cup, but also the games against Charlton, Athletic away, teams like that we got last minute. Middlesbrough away, we got last minute goals, last 10-minute goals, and it just seemed like a habit. And you know why we done that? Because we believed and we hoped and we tried. And that's what Man United need to do, of course. A little bit of extra news, guys, is Liam Delap. Liam Delap, of course, has been in the news quite a lot lately. Obviously, the Ipswich Town attacker has been on Manchester United's radar for the last few weeks. Has also captured the interest of Juventus. Juventus are interested in Liam Delap as well, which is very, very interesting, of course. But Manchester United are also interested in, and a number of teams are vying for Delap's signature. Of course, there was rumours about Manchester City having first option to buy Liam Delap, but that is further from the truth. That is not true. They do not. That is expired. Manchester City do not have first option to buy. But Manchester City will not be interested in Liam Delap regardless. They're not interested in Liam Delap going forward. So Manchester United could have a free path to Liam Delap, but he has captured the interest of teams like Juventus, of course, which are massive clubs in Italy. And you know what? Who knows? He might want that transfer. He might want to go to a Juventus, for example. Asif, I should have to build a statue of Cantona, Rooney, Giggs, Scholes, Viva, Ferdinand. Not Ferdinand for me. Not Ferdinand for me. I don't think Ferdinand deserves one. I don't think so. The list goes on, but in the short class of 92 statue, yeah, absolutely, I agree. Definitely. Paul Scholes, definitely one. Cantona, Rooney, Giggs, absolutely. I would say that. Cristiano Ronaldo needs one as well, because you know what? I think he's one of the most talented players ever to play for Manchester United, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of great players play for Man United. I think he's one of the most talented players I've ever seen live, guys, of course. Kenny, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Next season will be remind who the original tribal chief of the Premier League is. We will be the ones. Big up, Kenny. Love it, my friend. Absolutely, the tribal chief. Speaking of tribal chiefs, Kenny, Is CM Punk part of the bloodline? I just want to know. I mean, I've heard about that, but Man United will be the tribal chiefs of Man United of the Premier League next season. You know what? Don't be surprised if we win the title before 2020. I know people are saying, stop getting carried away, Sal. Stop getting carried away. I am not getting carried away, guys. I truly believe Man United can do something special next season. I really do. This season, obviously, we left it too late. There's a lot of work to do. Transfers in, transfers out, etc., etc., etc. But you know what? I do believe next season is going to be our season. Whether we win the league is another story, but I do believe we will challenge. I think we will challenge next season. And if we don't do it, we'll do it the season after. Man United will rise. The cream will rise to the top. We got the best young manager in the game, in my opinion. And you know what? We got nothing but positivity at the moment going on at Man United. And you know what? One thing will be fantastic and will boost the enthusiasm and the confidence is a nice win against Arsenal, of course. That would be absolutely fantastic, of course. Dana is a good utility player. I think it's just that he needs to rest, in my opinion. A lot of our players, Kenny, have played a lot of football, and that is the way it is at the moment. Obviously, Bruno has played a lot of football. Dalot has played a lot of football. Maybe it is time that they are rested, and some of those players are brought out of the team. But you know that the games that get in the FA Cup, the games in the League Cup, the games in the Europa League sometimes, maybe we can rest these players, and maybe we can keep them on the bench because they are playing too many games. I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely. Sal, I burst out in laugh hearing that Rashford saying he's energized. He is always energized with every new manager, and is super energized. He's down in tools, and when it comes sacking a manager, you know what? I didn't like what Rashford said. I'll be honest with you. After the post match, it just seemed like, you know what? It seems like basically what it seemed like is that he wants Ruben Amorim to impress him. You know, that's how it seemed like. Oh yeah, he's good. You know, we'll have to wait and see. No, Rashford, you have to impress us. Right, you have to impress Ruben Amorim. You know what I mean? It's not the other way around. And you know what? It just gave me the air of arrogance when he said that. You know what I mean? Energized. You should always be energized to play for this great football club of Manchester United. The adversity that this club has been through, people have died for this football club, and you're energized. You need to be energized to play for this football club. How about playing for the Busby Babes? How about playing for some Matt Busby? How about playing for Eric Cantona or Alex Ferguson? How about playing for those people? Do you need to be energized extra? Do you need an extra boost on your energy? For goodness sake, do you need an extra charger for that mobile phone? Do you need it? It's mad, isn't it, at the end of the day? Absolutely. I say Salam Ole like Tenag, we're not properly backed by the Denteka as Ole as much. I love him as a legend of a player. Never really had the mental edge as a manager. We got him cheap. Absolutely, he never had that. And that is the most important thing, Jim, isn't it? You got to have that mental strength. You got to have that little bit about you, that ruthlessness about you. Yes, you can't be an absolute, you know what I mean? But, you know, in regards to when the decision needs to be made to drop a player, I mean, I'll never forget when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went on a press conference and apologized to Marcus Rashford. First of all, I would like to apologize to Marcus Rashford. That should never happen. A Manchester United manager should never feel the need to apologize to a player. Absolutely not. No. At the end of the day, because that time that undermines you as a manager, it undermines you as an authoritative figure at the football club. And you know what? That's disrespectful, especially someone like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is actually a legend at Man United. I'm guessing that Rashford is not going to be a Manchester United legend, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a Manchester United legend at the end of the day. And I didn't like that in regards to that. I really didn't. Of course, it disappointed me a little bit when I saw that. Kirkus is not cheap. No, he's not. Absolutely not. Big up. So I love Ole as an expert. Yeah, absolutely. I think I read down. Big up, Jim. Big up, Kenny. How you doing, my brother? It's good to see you, man, on the stream. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, Kenny, from Twitter. Of course, big up yourself. Know who you are, brother. Hope you're doing good. Well, really good to see you, mate. I say, what is Wakas? Waka. Of course, big up. Jim, I don't agree with it. We called him babyface assassin for a reason. These players sacked him. He was the first manager post Alex Ferguson. It was a multi-layered situation, Asif. And I'll just explain why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer apologized to Marcus Rashford, and he shouldn't have done that, in my opinion. As a player, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will forever be a legend. He was the babyface assassin. He was. But one thing about it is that was a nickname given to him. He was just ruthless in front of goal. That doesn't mean he's ruthless as a person. at the end of the day. So I would say that, you know what, a lot of these players did throw Ole Gunnar Solskjaer under the bus. But the reason that happened is because it was allowed to happen. And it has been allowed, not only allowed to happen under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it was allowed to happen under Jose Mourinho. Although Jose Mourinho tried to change it, it has also been allowed to happen under Erik ten Hag as well. Players throwing managers under the bus. And as soon as you try to change it, you're the villain, those players down tall, and then they lose football matches, and then you're the villain at the end of the day. And that is the problem with Man United going forward, of course. Kenny, Ruben Amorim knows what he's doing. I believe as well, Kenny. I'm excited. I believe in Ruben Amorim. I haven't been this excited for a long time. I don't know about you, Kenny. I haven't been this excited for a long time in regards to a Manchester United manager. Maybe we're getting a little bit carried away. Maybe, we have to wait and see. But you know what? I have got cautious optimism. I know what can go wrong because I know a lot of those players in that dressing room and have not got the cojones to do what we want them to do, what a Manchester United player should be doing, which is challenging for a league title or a Champions League title. But one thing we can say, having seen the opening 3 weeks of Ruben Amorim, I'm excited because I like the way he speaks. I like the way he's straight down the line. He says it as it is. He doesn't sugarcoat anything. If there's a problem, he would tell you. He won't get overconfident. Even when we beat Everton yesterday, he didn't get overly confident. He spoke about not getting carried away. We were pragmatic, and we were for the first half an hour, guys. We were poor. Everton were outplaying us, and that is a problem. That's a problem because if we play Arsenal like that at the Emirates, we're going to be 1-0, 2-0 down pretty soon, pretty quickly. So that needs to improve. It is not perfect. Nothing has been perfect so far. There's a lot of improvement to do, of course. Absolutely, Sal. We will win the title within the next season. I believe that as well, Jim. I believe that as well, of course. Why is Ferdinand not deserving? Because he supports various things that I can't talk about on stream. I don't think he's deserving because of that, plainly. In regards to statues, he's not. For me, he's a legend, no doubt, but he doesn't deserve a statue at Man United. Definitely not. No, for me, there are better defenders than him who haven't got a statue, and that is just me. At the end of the day. Nemanja Vidic hasn't got a statue. Do you know what I mean? Ronnie Johnson was fantastic, hasn't got a statue. Steve Bruce hasn't got a statue. Gary Pallister hasn't got a statue. Brian Robson hasn't got a statue. So why would Ferdinand be in that bracket? Ferdinand's the sort of guy, you know what I mean? He's a bit of a joker. He picked his greatest Premier League 11 just the other day, and he didn't put Dennis Irwin in the 11. He didn't put Roy Keane in the 11, but he put Carl Walker in the 11, and he put Vieira in the 11. Not my captain, not my legend, man. Not my legend. What kind of legend does that? Of course, guys. Great Wakas means wa alaikum salam. Yes. I like Brian from Zaragoza. Brian Zaragoza, good player, absolutely. I said, in regards to the players down in tools, they sure did. I'm not questioning that. But even if Ole is not manager material, you can disagree with me. That's all good, brother. Absolutely. He wasn't managerial material. In regards to a club like Manchester United, he's not got that. He might be good enough for a lower team. I'm not doubting that. But for Man United, mentally, I don't think he's that. He was that guy, of course. I'm going to say you can explain things better with me than me. It's a multi-layered thing. Of course, Jim, it is. It's not just Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was bad, players were bad. It were both. Two, things that didn't work out. And to be honest with you, as I said, all you need to know is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer apologized to Rashford. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should never apologize to Marcus Rashford. No matter how you feel about it, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should never feel the need to apologize to that guy, Marcus Rashford. Absolutely not. So Ole was one of my favorite players. I loved him. Me too. One of my favorite players as well. Of course, loved him. Sal's it's like our father as a head of a family makes a mistake and we expect him to apologize, but that's not the way to treat our head of a family. Managers are head of the family and deserves a respect. It's a two-way thing, respect, but managers should never go on a press conference and apologize to the player. Never, because he was right, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He was spot on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. I suggest big up. Of course, Bilal, how you doing? Yo, what's up, Sal? Big up, bro. Big up, my friend. Big up, bro. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Big up, Bilal in the house, of course. Vidic was a beast, Sal. A real leader. Absolutely, Jim. Magnificent. I mean, there's a number of reasons I can bring into about Rio Ferdinand that I just don't feel it as a legend at Man United. Maybe in 10, 15 years, 20 years, maybe someone, somewhere. I mean, he was a fantastic defender. That's it. But in regards to statue worthy, I mean, there's only a few players that come to mind for me. Brian Robson, Eric Cantona, Cristiano Ronaldo. Those are the type of players that are statue worthy. Obviously, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes. Those are statue worthy players for me, in my opinion. Absolutely. Saka, babyface assassin. Oh, God. What we can review the last 4-0 over Everton, where we were. One, we played good and dominated. Heck no, I mean, denying. I'm grateful we got this kind of margin, but we really could. When you look at the game yesterday, there were a lot of problems in the opening 30 minutes. Bilal, there was a lot of problems in regards to being pragmatic, being slow in the build-up, letting Everton into the game and creating chance for Everton. This time against Arsenal, we cannot do that. We cannot let Arsenal into the game. We cannot let them, dictate the game, because they will be 1-0 and 2-0 up very, very soon, guys. So we have to make sure we're tight in that game and not give Arsenal the space that we gave Everton in the opening 30 minutes. Of course, when we scored the first goal, the floodgates opened, and Man United were fantastic after that, of course. How much a Robinson will cost? At the moment, Robinson's worth about 25 million, but they'll probably want about 40 million from GK. You're talking about Anthony Robinson, of course, I believe. Big up, Kazi. How you doing? Good afternoon, my bro. Hope you're doing well. The Yorkshire Cowboys in the house. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Rio even admitted he's used his influence during the Moyes tenure. Was he the start of the player power bullet? Absolutely. The Yorkshire Cowboy has hit the nail on the head, guys. Brilliant comment. You know what I mean? I have to give him an explosion for that, guys. Absolutely. A brilliant comment from us. You know what I mean? He started all this business. He started all this. And even to this day, he's toxic at Man United. He's one of the most toxic pundits there is, of course, in regards to Man United. And you know what? He was a fantastic player. World-class, elite player. But for me, just not quite got that legendary status. I know some people say, he won the Champions League, he won the league, and you know what I mean? He did. But at the end of the day, there was just far more players in the head of the queue. That's it. I'm not saying never say never. I'm just saying that there are far more players ahead of the queue in regards to statues and stuff like that, of course. Sal, isn't the proof that these players were misfiring in front of goal for both managers, be it Ole or Ten Hag? Look at yesterday's game. They scored inevitable goals, proves that agenda and player power's rife at Man United. That's it. And this is something that we have to absolutely delete from our football club. We have to delete it, because at the end of the day, you know what? There's still some of those football players at the football club right now. Now, what we need at Man United is a manager that is firm, a manager that is assertive, a manager that is ruthless. That's what we need, as if, and I believe that Ruben Amorim will be that guy who will be the guy to take Man United forward in regards to not only being a nice guy, not only putting an arm around the players, but also basically being ruthless when it's time to be ruthless, telling these players off when it's time to tell these players off, speaking the truth in the press conference, which he's been doing. He's been doing that, and I haven't seen that. That is refreshing, of course. He's been speaking the truth. He's been speaking the gospel in the dressing room, of course. Hello, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up, Kazi. Big up. Good to see you. Good to see everyone in the chat, guys. Absolutely. Yorkshire Cowboy. The word legend is branding around too much. Yorkshire Cowboy. I don't know if you disagree with me, my friend, but yeah, absolutely spot on. Legend for me. All right. Obviously, you're going to go into the realms of George Best, Bobby Charlton, of course, Duncan Edwards, legends for me. Eric Cantona, legend. Do you know what I mean? Brian Robson, legend. Cristiano Ronaldo, legend. You know what I mean? Those for me are legends. I even put like Andy Cole in ahead of Rio Ferdinand. I think Andy Cole's a legend. You know what I mean? I actually do. You know what? These players, Paul Scholes is a legend. Roy Keane is a legend. These are legends. You know what I mean? Steve Bruce is a legend. Dennis Irwin is a legend. These, for me, are legends. There's some of them that just don't fit that category as a legend because of the way they are in regards to outside of Man United and stuff like that as a pundit, etc. Kazi, big up, Kazi. Pick up everyone, of course. Okay, let me show you guys this, guys, real quickly. I found this really, really funny, guys. Let's have a look at this. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't do this for 2 reasons. He hasn't got 13 fingers, and he never lost 6 out of 7 games. There you go, guys. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't do this for 2 reasons. He didn't lose 13 games, and he never lost 6 out of 7 games. He doesn't have 13 fingers, and he never lost 6 out of 7 games. Big up Jay Motti for that one. That was hilarious. That did make me chuckle, to be honest with you. I'll be absolutely honest with you. That did make me chuckle. That did make me laugh, guys. If I'm looking at that, obviously there's the 115 thing as well. There's a lot of jokes about that, of course. But absolutely. Poor Pep Guardiola, guys. Poor Pep Guardiola. Let's show Pep Guardiola some sympathy, guys. We need to show him a little bit of sympathy, don't we? Do we? Do we need to show Pep Guardiola some sympathy? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I found that so funny, hilarious, of course. Jim, Sal, we are looking to get Maguire to run down his contract. Also, what about Lindelof was in a situation regarding his contract? We should swiftly get rid of these Deadwood. I think they're gone, Jim. I think they're gone. I think they won't be offered a new contract. The only one that I would say has a possibility of being handed a new contract is probably Harry Maguire, but I don't believe that they will be staying. If I was a betting man, I wouldn't put betting on Maguire and Lindelof staying at Man United. Their contracts are running out in 2025, of course. Absolutely. Sheringham, Ole, a legend. Scholes is a king. Yeah, they're legends. Absolutely. Sheringham, yeah. Mate, look, we have to remember what Sheringham did for Man United. We have to remember what he did in the Champions League final. I mean, you know what I mean? Ole is a legend for Man United, absolute spot on. You have to remember what Sheringham did in the Champions League final. And the thing with Rio Ferdinand, I mean, I'm talking about statues here. I'm talking about statues. So I don't think Sheringham will get a statue at Man United. I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer won't get a statue at Man United, despite how deserving he is. Roy Keane will is to do with longevity as well. It's to do with longevity and how long they stayed at the football club as well. The 99 crew, absolutely the 99 crew. I mean, I would build a whole bloody statue of all that 1999 team. I would have a 1999 team there, of course. Bilal, it's really debatable. Paul Scholes is the best midfielder of all time. Was said by Paul Scholes the best. Yeah, absolutely. He says basically Zidane said, "I'm not the best." Asked Paul. Zidane was asked, who's the best midfielder? You're the best. How does it feel to be the best midfielder of all time? He said, I don't know. Ask Paul Scholes. It's there. Thierry Henry said the same. Iniesta said the same. Xavi said the same. Paul Scholes. Legend. Of course. Sal saw from J Motti days back. He's hilarious, man. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Absolutely. Funny. No, it can't have been days ago because the game was yesterday, wasn't it? It was Liverpool. It was a Liverpool game. That was yesterday, mate. Wasn't it? So, yeah, it was yesterday. As soon as manager turned into ruthless smooth, the player power comes into life. It's a united hierarchy who could make them power. But absolutely, good comment. Good comment. I said, Ryan Giggs, absolutely. 99 crew, Yorkshire Cowboy. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You know what? They give me, I mean, when I think about it, even when you say the word 1999, it just gives me shivers down my spine. I feel like, you know what a time to be alive, of course. Even David May at the top. He didn't even play. He didn't even play the Yorkshire Cowboy. He didn't even play the game, and he's there like that. And that is iconic, of course, now. Of course. I remember going the next season. I remember speaking about this. I went to Real Madrid against Man United in the year 1999-2000. And when we got knocked out of the Champions League at Old Trafford. And at the back of the programme was that picture. And I was looking at it, and I was looking at it at the time. And I thought, did David May play in the Champions League final? Did he play in the Champions League final? I mean, no, he didn't, did he? He didn't. Absolutely not. Sheringham scored the equaliser for Bayern Munich, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer the winner. We won 2-1. That is unforgettable. And commentary was out of this world. Sheringham's a legend. I mean, look, if it was my opinion, Jim, every one of those players in 1999 are legends for me, including David May, because you know what? It was the class of '92 team. It was a class of '92 team. We can't win anything with kids' team. It was that team, and I will forever remember that, and they will forever have edged a place in my heart. Absolutely, a place in my heart. Sir Bobby Charlton is England great too. Absolutely, Sir Bobby Charlton is one of the greatest English players of all time, if not the greatest English player of all time, in my opinion. I mean, the man, 1958, survived the Munich disaster. 10 years later, he's winning. Less than 10 years later, 8 years later, he's winning a World Cup with England, right? Scoring goals in the World Cup final. You know what I mean? World Cup, obviously, championship. And then 2 years after that, he wins the Champions League with Man United, the European Cup back then, What a legend. Absolute legend, of course. Big up, Noah. How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Sal, it's been 7 years since we beat Arsenal at the Emirates, but it's going to be tough for us on Wednesday without Manuel Martinez. It is going to be tough. I mean, it's hard enough as it is, but you know what? We have got Regate and we have got Luke Shaw to fill in those spots, of course. Ruben Amorim will be working with the team over this next couple of days. I mean, it is a little bit of a stretch. I mean, the game time, the time between games is so fast and quick. You know what I mean? We're not going to have time to prepare. We come off the Everton game. Arsenal have had an extra day, of course, to train and to rest, of course. Man United played on Sunday and now going to play on Wednesday as well, which is a little bit unfair. If you ask me, I feel like they should have moved that game if we're being honest. But obviously, it is what it is, and we have to accept what it is, of course, guys. So 99 was the greatest time to be alive. Let alone 1990s. This was a great time, in my opinion. For me, Jim, the 1990s were absolutely fantastic. The peak of humanity, in my opinion. An absolutely beautiful decade. I mean, I was raised, I'm English. So, you know, in England in the 1990s, there was a vibe, guys. If you weren't in England in 1990s, it was a vibe. Musically, sport, Man United successful, whatever it was, film. It was a great time to be alive, guys. A great time to be there, of course. And I will never forget it, of course, guys. Teddy in the FA Cup final was total class. Absolutely. People forget this of Teddy Sheringham in the FA Cup final as well. The FA Cup final as well, of course. He was absolutely incredible in that final, of course. Asif, no, so the post is from a final game when he scratched his bald head and win this game. Oh, sorry, I thought you meant the other one I posted, Asif. Sorry, I thought you meant this one. I thought you meant this one, mate. I'm gonna any excuse to show it again. That one. Funny, isn't it? At the end, it is funny. You got to laugh, haven't you? Sir Alex Ferguson didn't win to do this for two reasons. First reason, he doesn't have 13 fingers, and he never lost 6 out of 7 games. The other one, which is this one, was last week. You're right, yes, and that was when he blew a 3-0 lead against Feyenoord, of course, guys. Yes, but I'm talking about the first picture, as if. Big up, Irfan. How you doing, my friend? Good afternoon on this wonderful day, my birthday. Streaming from the beach. Happy birthday, Irfan. It is Irfan's birthday. Wish Irfan a happy birthday. So good to see you, Irfan. Always good. Every day is my birthday when I see Irfan. Of course, absolutely. Big up, Irfan in the chat. Wish him a happy birthday, guys. Wish him a happy birthday. My birth year was 1999. I was 16, 17. 16 going on 17. Absolutely. Big vibe then, absolutely, yeah, big vibe fanatic. It was a massive vibe all the way through the 90s. It was a big vibe, of course. I loved it. Every player is very important at this position against Arsenal. We'll be short of a team depth in terms of position. I agree. We're going to have to be ready for that game, of course. Yorkshire Cowboy, the way Arsenal dealt with Sporting system is a slight worry, but I think we can beat Arsenal. But you know what? They didn't have Ruben Amorim to implement it properly, of course, so we can hope on that, of course. Big up Yorkshire Cowboy. Yes, Sal. Big up Asif. Good evening from Australia, Irfan, and good afternoon. Yeah, absolutely. Big up Jim, my legend, of course, the legend that is Jim. My FA Cup final hero, which sticks to mind. I was a teenager and just started to follow United is Norman Whiteside. And what a player Norman Whiteside was, and what a goal. What a goal in the top corner, of course. Happy birthday, Irfan. Absolutely wish happy birthday to legend Sal. You know Wayne Rooney deserves to have a statue, in my opinion, because he broke so had probably Charlton Sweat. Yeah, absolutely. He does. He's a legend. I agree, Noah. Big up, Noah, by the way, of course. Big up, big up. You're welcome, Irfan. Absolutely, you're welcome. Happy birthday, bro. Absolutely. Wish the legend happy birthday. Big up, Irfan, of course. Irfan, happy birthday, mate. Enjoy your day. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're relaxing. I hope people are looking after you, mate. That's one thing I think about. I hope everyone's looking after you. Want the lights up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You want Ahmad inverted with Rashid by his side on the left, and Frank on Dalot and right flank on Dalot. I would rather Mazruri play as a left wing back, and I'd rather Dalot play as rather Ahmad play as the right wing back. I don't want Dalot playing left. It probably will be Dalot as the left and Ahmad as the right. That's what I'm guessing. And Luke Shaw will slot into that left-sided centre-back position. I think that's going to happen, in my opinion. Absolutely, absolutely. Guys, that's all for me today. It is a slightly shorter show because I've got to travel. guys. But I want to thank everyone who's joined me today. Absolute legends. You are such legends, of course, guys. And thank you, everyone who's taken the time to join me today. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. You absolute diamonds, you. Absolutely. Hit the likes, people. Give some credit to Sal for a wonderful community. Big up Asif. I love this community. You know what? Without this community, I am nothing at the end of the day. And I want to thank every single one of you guys for it, of course. Absolutely. One love. Yours a big up, big up. Big up, bro. Big up, Bilal. Take it easy, my friend. Take it easy. Big up, Earthan. Happy birthday, Earthan. Hope you have a fabulous day, my bro. Hope you have a good day, of course. Stay blessed, Sal. Love your family and dad. Big up. Stay blessed. You too. I hope you have a fantastic I think, what's the time? Evening in Australia, morning in Australia, of course. Have a fantastic time, Jim. So good to see you, mate. Absolutely. Let's take United Stand down. I love United Stand. I'm a good friend of Mark Goldbridge. I'm a good friend. I don't think I'll have 2 million followers anytime soon, guys. But you know what? I might be on the United Stand very soon as a guest. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. Absolutely keep your eyes peeled. Absolutely, I might be on there soon, but you know what? I'm going to be bringing my community with me, of course. Absolutely, I will be on there for 1 or 2 shows, of course. Thanks, and thanks all the rest. Big up, and Glue, Man United. Let's get this, guys. Wednesday's the big day. I'm already preparing for it in my mind. I've already got my scenarios already lined up. I'll be doing the match preview, of course, tomorrow for Arsenal against Man United. It seems like already, you know what I mean? It seems like just a minute ago we were playing Everton. Now we've got to concentrate on Arsenal. No rest for the wicked, as they say. Have a fabulous evening, morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are in the world. You're absolute legends. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash a like on the video. Take it easy, guys. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox. I'll see you tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. Take it easy. Peace.